I mean, you can even see all this stuff's been spray painted, so there's probably definitely like a rust issue. Oh goodness, yes, there is definitely a rust. Whoa, there's not even a plug there. So yeah, I mean, this is usually the problem part when you pull these carpets up and you're like, ah! Yeah, so we'll just put that back. Yeah, so.
Looking in a distance and dreaming of a world for us. When the moon's alive, we'll map out a journey
Everybody wanna be on top. I don't think they know what that means. Once you get there, then you can't stop. Everybody gunning for your spot, aiming at your team. I'm up all night, chasing dreams. Everything changed when you go from seeing it on big screen to behind the scenes. Leading the song like it's the light they lead, huh? You know the rich and famous kill theyself to stay rich and famous. Very same thing that they built their name with, be the same thing that they be enslaved with. So I don't want rap, you can have that. I don't want the crown, yo, I'm aiming past that.
All right, now everything is dry. It's all flashed, you can touch it. It's awesome, and we know that it is time for the top coat. Everything is basically cured and ready to go. I have gone ahead and sprayed everything with some Bulldog adhesion promoter so that we can get this top coat to adhere in. Now, it already chemically will adhere to the Pour 15 itself. This silver coating here, don't be confused by the color itself. They do come in silver and black as well. So this coat, the first coat itself, is a direct coat to rust. So anything that was pitted and was damaged and whatnot, and we couldn't descale, which I mean you can see we did an excellent job cleaning everything up. The floors look phenomenal compared to what they did. It looks really, really good in here. Obviously you guys have seen before, I can make those caps. So we're going to seal the floor up and whatnot with those caps. I will do the seam sealing and whatnot. But for now, I want to make sure that the metal itself is all coated and sealed. And then we'll seam seal some caps on top of that. And it'll be ready Freddy, and then I can just put like some Pour 15 on top of that. It'll be all ready to go. So right now I am ready to put the top coat on, which is a direct to metal. You can put it to bare metal. It's not recommended to actually put on to, bare, or not, I should say bare, but rust, scaly rust and whatnot. It's not recommended for that. It's a top coat. There's a reason why it's called a top coat. So without talking your head off, I tend to do that. Let's brush some black on. How about that before and after? Not bad. You can definitely see in this top coat, it's much thicker stuff. It's very thick. It seals very well, and it goes really far. You'd be surprised. See, that's only like, what, a quarter of a can? And I was able to achieve all of this area, and then another quarter of the can. So basically about half the can will be able to do 2 full coats here, and then the other residual amount will go on the other side, which will be great because they recommend 2 top coats. And this thing should be really sealed up. You can move this light around, you can get an idea. There we go. It's nice and sealed. Oh, it's so pretty. Pretty nice when you have that rust protection, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the other side. Pretty tired. Be surprised how tiring this is. It's back-breaking work too, because I'm basically kneeling on the floor, on the concrete, and brushing in some steel with a 2-inch wide brush. But I want to make sure that it gets mopped in correctly. I want to make sure that I can push all the bristles in between any sheet steel, etc., where there's pinch welds and whatnot. And I like to be able to drip, like a lot of it, I'll let it drip all inside here, and I'll use the brush, and I'll literally just feed the Pour 15 down in there, and it's a lot easier to feed and brush, especially like in these pockets in here. Let me turn a light on. Especially like in here, look how nasty and cruddy and whatnot it is in there. So I'm gonna have to take the blowgun after. I'll blow all that crud out of there, but I'm gonna wait till everything's dry, obviously, because I don't want to make a mess. And then I'll be able to brush in there. I'll use the flashlight. I'll be able to, do the little fine details and whatnot, because that absolute, collects moisture underneath there, and I want to make sure that's all sealed. So I'll be able to do so a lot better with a brush, and the mop method. you can put a lot more down versus thinning it out by 10% and spraying it, which really thins it out. You don't want to thin it out with thinner and then spray it. You're just not going to have that mill thickness. You're not going to have that security, and whatnot, and that insurance that, or assurance that it's going to basically protect all that work you did. I mean, look at this floor. You got to see the before. I mean, here you go. Look at that. Look how far this thing has come. I mean, it's lots of elbow grease in this one. So let me move on, right? Let's get this done. Okay. I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, it is mopped in there really good. I was even noticing up in this pocket, this area here, that there was some corrosion, so I had to get in there real quick and fix that step also as well. I just want to make sure I hit everything that looks like it was starting to corrode. Clean it all up. I mean, put all this time and effort into it. I don't want to waste my time and effort, which is worth more to me than money itself. You'd be surprised. But I'm pretty happy with the overall look right now. Oh man, I'm tired. Wore out. But I'm really happy. It's all sealed and it looks fantastic. All right. Took a short little break and I decided, well, Bill, what else usually has issues with these cars? It's got clean quarters. I looked inside. They look good. I mean, so I don't think I have to worry about that. I was like, well, what about the spare tire well? Yep, it's got some issues. So I vacuumed it out, got it all taken care of. And of course, I'm like, dang it, Bill, stop looking for stuff to fix. It's one of those things where there's always something to do while you're waiting for like dry time and whatnot. Stuff is drying. You could be doing other things as well. I had a really good friend of mine, a guy, actually an ex person I used to work with, and ex coworker, and he taught me that there was a lot of value in touch time. Basically, while you lay that down and that's drying, you could be working on something else and touching something else during the same amount of time. And then when you come to a free time to where you're going to stop on this, which would be, I'm going to clean all this up and then vacuum it out. And I'm going to mop all this 415 in there. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank, kind of tired. And basically, after I get all the 415 in there, then that's another dry time. So now I can start finding something else to do, So, I mean, obviously I can't be feeding a wiring harness today. That's just not going to happen. I'm going to have to wait for all this to cure. So if I'm going to wait for a cure time, let's make that cure time worth it, So this right here, I guess I'll go over and beyond and do the freebie thing, and let's seal this up. Make sure that this wheel well actually survives its life and we can add some years to this car. Okay. Take my respirator off so you can actually understand me. All right. Boom. Got the whole freaking thing coated. And it looks good. Way better than rust. Okay. I'm calling it. It's late. I want to go home. Hope you guys enjoyed another build installment of the WRX wagon. I think we're on part 10 now. Pretty happy with that, actually. A lot of work. a lot of work has been done. And I'm very happy so far with this outcome. It's really come a long way. I mean, I'm sure Everybody that has been following this build series has understood that cars that sit becomes cars that are shit. That's just how it works, people. Don't let your baby sit. It tends to rust out. It tends to have a lot of issues. And then you gotta pay a guy like me to fix it. And we're not cheap. We'll just put it that way. So with that said, guys, hopefully you guys learn how to do this on your own so you don't have to pay someone like me, or maybe, hey, I mean, I'm not going to hold it against you if you do have to, because a lot of you guys don't have time to do this. And like I stated earlier, time is worth a lot more to me than money. I can spend time with my family. That's awesome. Right now, I'm spending time with a car that needs to get back on the road and out of my shop. You understand my drift here? I'm trying to convey. So as soon as this thing's done, I'm going to be so happy because it's going to look so good. And I'm going to know all the effort that I put into it. It's all friggin' documented. So with that said, guys, have a good day. Make sure you guys come back and tune in. Watch for the bulkhead installation video. I want to be able to do some kind of installation video step by step, giving everybody an idea of how to feed these into your car, and make it run after. So I feel I've even got friends that are doing swaps, we'll just say that, and they're on a year now or two, and they aren't done yet. And it's all because of mainly the wiring, and I'm just not understanding it. So let's just make it easy, and I'll do a KISS method video, or upload, I should say, and make it simple for you guys. That way you guys can come back and tune in and be like, hey, I know where I can get that information step by step, and it's a visual. I can just tune in on YouTube. I can look at that harness. I know how Bill is putting it in there. I know how it goes in the general, direction and vicinity. And let's say you're doing a GC body. There's going to be things that aren't in a GD body. You know what I'm saying? In GD bodies, they're not the same. So there are significant things that you're going to have to know. And I will teach you that during the installation of this harness. So again, guys, hope you had a fun time watching me work my butt off today. It was fun. Tune back, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like, man. Smash it. Smash that like. Have a good day.